Welcome to the deep dive. Been preparing for the season for a while. That's why no much content in the past week, but basketball is back.
It is definitely back.
And thankfully, NBA preseason is here. We're looking at a week that really brought some resolution, didn't it? Like the end of that big contract drama in Golden State.
Yeah, that one dragged on.
Yeah.
And we also got our first look at, well, maybe a transformation for one of the league's, let's say, most fascinating talents.
Absolutely. So the training wheels are off, as you said before we started. It's not just about, the scores in these games.
Not at all. It's about seeing the real shifts, the new systems, the fundamental changes teams are making.
Yeah.
So our mission today really is to cut through that scrimmage noise.
Right.
And focus on the stuff that actually matters long term. What that Jonathan Kuminga deal really means for the Warriors' flexibility.
Okay.
How things are changing maybe on the East Coast with the Knicks offense.
Uh-huh.
And of course, why this whole Slim Zion thing.
Yeah.
Why it feels like potentially a really big deal out West.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that. Starting with Golden State. That saga. He gripped everyone all summer, but it's done now.
Finally.
Yeah.
Jonathan Kuminga and the Warriors, they agreed to terms. Stalemate over.
So what are the details? What's the actual deal look like?
Okay, so it's a 2-year deal worth $48.5 million total. But here's the crucial part for you to understand, the structure.
Right.
It's really only 1 year guaranteed. Then there's a team option for that second year, which is after the 2025-26 season.
Ah, okay, so it's like an insurance policy for the Warriors. Gives them an out.
Exactly. Or, maybe more accurately, it gives them leverage.
Yeah.
That structure makes him a perfect financial asset.
How so? What makes it so valuable?
That salary slot for this year, it's around $24 million, that number. It's basically calibrated perfectly for a straight-up trade. Allows them to potentially bring in a pretty significant player just like that. Maybe a high-level two-way wing or an elite big off the bench, something valuable.
Okay, a significant player. But what if they wanted to, swing bigger? People keep mentioning maybe a fringe all-star target.
Right. Well, then they can package Kuminga's deal, that $24 million, with a smaller contract, like, say, Moses Moody's.
Gotcha.
That gets them up towards, $36 million in outgoing salary. And that difference is key. A significant player adds depth, which is good.
Yeah.
But a fringe all-star, that potentially changes the whole rotations, the whole calculus for them. So basically, the Warriors maximize their trade leverage here without locking themselves into long-term money if things don't work out.
Smart. And Kuminga himself, his press conference was pretty interesting. He was really clear this wasn't him betting on himself.
Yeah, he pushed back on that phrase.
He said betting on himself is, quote, helping us win a championship. That sounds, well, more mature than maybe we've heard from him before.
It was definitely a composed answer. He did say he learned a lot about the, quote, business side of basketball. You could tell. But it wasn't just how he handled the contract questions. He also had a pretty pointed message for some of the fans, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, the social media critics. He went right at them, saying the real MVPs are the people actually at the game.
Not the ones, as he put it, who just be home.
Yeah, exactly. That's quite a line to draw, separating the diehards in the arena from, the keyboard warriors.
Absolutely. And he also doubled down on his belief that playing with Jimmy Butler is, quote, very easy and simple.
Wait, okay, hang on. Jimmy Butler, Kuminga's in Golden State. Why is he talking about Jimmy Butler? Is he hinting at something or just talking play style?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It definitely raised eyebrows. I think it speaks to Kuminga's confidence in his own game, right? Yeah. He sees himself playing a certain role, simple, high level, and feels like he can plug that into any star's system. Even if, maybe he hasn't consistently found that perfect mesh with the current Warriors guys. It's kind of like he's putting the onus back on the system, saying, use me right, and it'll work.
Interesting take. Plus, he's got the New Jersey number right. Number 1 for a new start.
Yep. New number, new deal.
So, okay. He got paid. He's saying the right things. But a lot of analysts, they still see this as just like kicking the can down the road. Delaying the inevitable breakup is the phrase I keep hearing.
Yeah.
If he got almost $50 million, why is everyone so sure this is just temporary?
Because, well, the money just buys time, doesn't it? Kuminga has to play really well this season. He has to thrive in Steve Kerr's system.
Or else.
Or else, by the trade deadline, that beautifully structured $24 million contract, it just becomes too valuable an asset to have sitting on the bench or even playing inconsistently.
Right.
The Warriors, as an organization, they just can't afford to let that kind of financial flexibility go unused if he isn't proving his long-term fit. The pressure's definitely on him now.
Makes sense. Okay, let's shift over to the East Coast. The Knicks. They swept the Sixers in those Abu Dhabi games. Now, preseason scores, take them with a grain of salt.
Oh.
But what did those games tell us, if anything, about the Knicks offense, especially under the new coach, Mike Brown?
Well, I think we learned the offense is definitely trying to diversify significantly. The biggest takeaway for me was the pace.
Pace.
Like an incredible amount of pace, as one source put it. Jalen Brunson, he was constantly running, pushing the ball, throwing hit-ahead passes, really trying to ignite that transition game, get easy looks.
Okay, that helps in transition. But what about the half court? That's where things often bogged down before, right? The whole Brunson Nets thing, where it felt like if he wasn't creating, nothing was happening.
Exactly. And that's the other promising sign. It looks like the action isn't just dying when Brunson stops his dribble.
Oh.
Yeah, it seems like they're running more structured stuff off the ball, more screens, more movement to try and create advantages before it gets to isolation. And crucially, on the other end,
Defense.
yeah, Coach Brown is apparently encouraging the bigs, like Mitchell Robinson, even KT, to do both switching and dropping back in coverage.
Versatility.
Exactly. That kind of schematic flexibility on both ends, that's a huge sign of potential growth for a team that really needed more ways to play, more adaptability.
Okay, good signs for the Knicks. Now, the flip side. Should Sixers fans be worried? They went 0-2.
Worried about the main guys? No, not at all. You got to remember, they were missing, 5 of their top 8 players?
Yeah, Embiid, Paul George.
Yeah.
A lot of firepower missing.
Exactly. So no panic about the stars.
Yeah.
But we did get a really good look at the rookie, VJ Edgecombe.
Right. The hype around him coming into the draft was massive. Did he look the part athletically?
Well, physically, absolutely. He looked like a freak athlete, just like the scouting report said. Explosive first step, jumps out of the gym. He even had this spectacular rundown block that got people buzzing.
Wow.
So defensively, the tools are definitely there, but the jumper, still clearly a work in progress.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he airballed a corner 3 pretty badly in one game, looked inconsistent shooting overall. That's going to be the key development area for him.
Okay, so Edgecombe showed flashes but needs polish. What about the other guys, the, fringe rotation guys trying to earn minutes? Because some reports flagged issues there.
Yeah, and this is maybe more concerning in the short term than Edgecombe's jumper. And really raises questions about, effort and professionalism down the roster.
Not so.
Some of those fringe rotation guys just showed a real lack of hustle, especially getting back on defense. Little things, but...
So things you notice.
Things you definitely notice, especially from guys fighting for a roster spot or rotation minutes. When you're trying to prove you belong, those kinds of lapses, they're just inexcusable, really. They stood out.
Can you give us specifics, any names that struggled?
Well, Kelly Oubre Jr. had a really rough couple of games shooting. Went just 1 for 12 combined, I think.
Oof.
Yeah, and seemed to lack confidence. Maybe felt like he wasn't getting involved enough. And Justin Edwards, who's not a rookie, he also really struggled. Also 1 for 12 combined across the games.
Wow, that's not great.
It's not great at all. These are guys the Sixers might need to rely on for stretches during the season, if injuries hit. They need to show more consistency, more fight than that, even in preseason. Definitely something to watch for Philly. Okay, let's swing back west. The Timberwolves beat the defending champs, the Nuggets. Now again, preseason, stars missing.
Right, Minnesota didn't have everyone either.
But they apparently brought some serious electric attacking energy, especially early.
They really did. Dropped 40 points in the first quarter. Just came out playing with focus, intensity, pace. Kind of overwhelmed Denver right from the tip.
And the Nuggets, really just kind of cruising classic Jokic laissez-faire preseason mode.
Jokic definitely looked relaxed, yeah. But, he still does things that just make your jaw drop. Some of those hit-ahead passes were insane, even in a casual setting.
Hi, classic Jokic.
But for Denver... really, the key thing to watch in preseason is how the new guys fit in. And the early signs for Cam Johnson and Tim Hardaway Jr. were good. Oh, yeah. How do they look in that Nuggets system, fitting into the Jokic machine?
Seemed pretty seamless, honestly. They showed an immediate comfort level.
How does that actually work? Like leveraging Jokic's gravity?
Exactly. Jokic draws so much attention, defenses collapse towards him constantly. Johnson and Hardaway, they're smart players. They understand how to play off that.
Finding the gaps.
Finding the gaps, attacking closeouts, or just burying the open three when the defense helps too much. They kept the offense humming, kept that machine moving without really skipping a beat. That kind of seamless fit from key bench guys, that's huge for Denver's title defense.
For sure. Okay, let's to maybe the biggest buzz story of the last few days. Zion Williamson.
Yes, Zion.
His debut down in Australia. We heard all summer about Slim Zion, the transformation. Did he actually look different? Did he look good?
He looked awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Passed the eye test with flying colors, you could say. Yeah, he just looked noticeably quicker. Maybe, I don't know, 5 to 10% more explosive. And just as importantly, maybe more importantly.
What's that?
The landings. There just seemed to be less visible impact on his joints when he came down. That feels huge for his health, for durability. This looks potentially like a sustainable change, not just a temporary thing.
Wow. Okay. And the stats kind of backed it up too, right? 15 points, pretty efficient, in only 16 minutes.
Yep, 5 for 8 shooting. And crucially, he got to the free throw line 7 times in those 16 minutes.
That's the Zion they need.
That's the Zion they absolutely need. That relentless downhill attacking style. He's just a foul drawing machine when he's healthy and aggressive. Puts teams in the bonus, gets easy points. It changes everything for them.
And it wasn't just the physical stuff, right? Reports mentioned maturity, leadership.
Yeah, and that might be just as significant, honestly. Small things, but they add up.
Like what?
Like, apparently he was doing a normal pregame shoot-around routine, getting shots up, participating fully, which, reports in the past suggested wasn't always his top priority.
Okay.
And then when he was out of the game, he was apparently really active on the bench, coaching up the younger guys, calling them my young guys. That shows a different level of investment, of ownership.
That's a big deal. That maturity combined with the physical change, man, Pelicans fans must be feeling some serious hope right now.
Oh, absolutely. And it wasn't just Zion either. Trey Murphy III also looked fantastic in that game, really showcasing his improved self-creation, hitting mid-range jumpers, looked like a potential #1 option himself at times.
Wow.
And Jordan Poole's fit looks promising too. His attacking style, getting downhill, it complements Zion really well. And again, gets to the free throw line, which is something that team desperately needs to do more consistently to win.
So a lot happening. We've got Kuminga's deal done, giving the Warriors options, but also pressure. We've got the Knicks looking maybe schematically deeper. The Sixers, some concerning signs from the role players, even if the stars were out.
Yeah, effort needs to be watched there.
And then out west, the defending champs look solid, integrating pieces. And the Pelicans. Well, Pelicans might finally have the healthy, motivated Zion they've been waiting for.
Yeah, I think preseason really crystallized some key things. We see the pressure points now, right? Kuminga has to perform. The Sixers need those bench guys to bring consistent energy.
And Zion.
And the whole Pelicans organization really is banking on Zion sustaining this, sustaining the physical transformation, sustaining that leadership over a full 82-game season. That's the big question mark.
Feels like the biggest question mark hanging over the league right now, doesn't it? Especially after seeing him look like that. Can the Pelicans finally stop being the team of what if and become the team that just is?
That's the hope in New Orleans, for sure. It's going to be fascinating to watch unfold.
It really is. All right, that's all the time we have for this deep dive. Thank you for listening. Please comment, like, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Spotify, please leave a 5-star review. Did your favorite team play preseason? And how excited are you for the 26th season?